So I'm going to say to you, okay, let's say my vehicle has got a cost of 100, and at this stage his accumulated depreciation is 90. Now what's the first thing you see here? Can you see that you have depreciated quite a lot already? So just by looking at this, can you see that you can now make a deduction that, oh, this is a very old vehicle? Can you see that? Because, can you see the accumulated is basically equal to the cost price. So if I look at the carry value is only 10,000. Okay. Now if I tell you I depreciate at cost price method, let's say 20%. Okay. Now if I go calculate cost price times 20% gives me 20,000. So now can you see what problem is here? Because now this 20,000 is more than the carry value. The depreciation is now more than the carry value, which doesn't make sense, because if I say cost price less accumulated gives me carry value, if I use that, 100,000 less accumulated, how much is my accumulated now? 110. How did I get that? I took my accumulated plus the new depreciation, gives me now that my accumulated depreciation is now 110. And can you see then my carry value is going to be negative minus 10. Is it possible for an asset to have a negative value? So can you see we're sitting with a little bit of a problem here. So now what I do is I say, if I still want to have that vehicle in my books, right? I want it as part of my assets. I have to have a value for that vehicle. So now what I'm saying is, I want to show that vehicle at 1 rand. So this is what I do. If you see that this situation is going to happen, you will say, I'm going to ignore the depreciation because the depreciation is too much. I'm going to take the carry value of 10,000 in this case, less 1, né? So that my depreciation is 999. In other words, if I do the note where I have carry value is 10,000, cost price the start of the year 100, cost price accumulated depreciation the start of the year on vehicles was 90. Now I'm going to say my depreciation, I can only make 1 rand less than the carry value, 9999. Now my carry value is 1 rand. And that 1 rand I call residual balance or residual value. You see? Let me give you another example. What? Because it's like this vehicle has now come to the end of his depreciation cycle. So I'm not going to depreciate it at 1 rand. I want to depreciate him for the maximum that I can. And I can't have something in my books to the value of 0. Nee, that doesn't make sense. So what's the lowest value closest to 0? 1. 1. So let's go on. Let me quickly show you another one. You're going to start seeing this. The moment they say we work on the cost price, a percentage, the moment you see that, you are immediately going to look for the carry value being very small. So let's say I say to you the equipment is 20,000 and the accumulated depreciation on equipment is 18,800. Who can tell me what's the depreciation now? What's the depreciation? Let me show you. If I look at this, the carry value is 1,200. So it means the depreciation is not allowed to be more than 1,200. Okay. So, but if I say 20,000, times 25%, it's going to give me 6,000. 5,000 on the dot, which is way more. So I'm going to ignore that. And I'm going to say 1,200 less 1 gives me 1199. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Remember, let's say for instance, I had 2 vehicles. And both of them I bought on the same time, the same date, same price, same everything. And now I say to you, oh, you know what? The vehicles together is 200,000 and the accumulated depreciation is 186 and it's 10% on cost price. Ne? What would my depreciation be now? Yeah, it's 2 together, yeah. So each one was 100,000. So it's going to be exactly still carry value 14, but now I'm going to minus 2 because I want each vehicle to have the value of 1 rand. So it's going to be 13,998. Can you see the difference? If I said to you I had 20 vehicles, that's identical. Same time, same price. Can you see I would subtract 20 from that?